mornings we're kind of caught up in the hustle and bustle of trying to get there. We got to drop the kids off, get to work.
But something caught Nia Brooks's eye Wednesday morning. A volunteer crossing guard at J.H. Phillips Academy helping a student headed to the bus stop with his bow tie. Ramsey High School sophomore Amir Felder.
I just think that if I dress up every day, once I get my career started, I'll be used to it. So that day I just came out here and I forgot to tie. I was working on my tie. And Mr. Ty saw I needed it.
And I saw him, I was like, you know how to tie that? And he was like, no, sir. And I was like, well, give me 1 minute. I put down my sign and I started tying this tie, not knowing that this would happen.
Brooks posted the photos on Facebook, thanking Todd Morris, also a Phillips Academy parent, for being a father to the community. Others joined in.
You really touched my heart, man.
Morris says it's not about the tie.
It's about our kids and raising our future and helping them be successful and helping them on their pathway of success.
Though this one, Felder tied on his own.
To see a quick glimpse of, a man taking the time out with another young man to groom him, which I call it grooming a king, was really a special moment.
In Birmingham, Erin Kelly, WVTM 13.
It felt like your heart was ripped out, to be honest with you.
For 3 days last spring, Principal Brian Kirk says smoke spilled out of J.B. Pennington High School. Today, the first glimpse at the fully renovated building for some of the more than 500 students.
It was so exciting. I'm really happy to be here.
Inside the media center where the fire started,
And there was nothing left. Everything was absolutely incinerated in this room.
now 13,000 new books. And in the auditorium that flooded from a damaged pipe,
Water was up to about right here.
all new seating and state-of-the-art equipment. Along with the renovations come security changes. When visitors come next week, they'll have to hand over their ID, and if anything concerning pops up, school administrators will be notified. Kirk says the renovations cost more than $5.5 million. While the work was being done, students used portable classrooms, but they'll all be back together in the revamped building on Thursday.
It's amazing. It's so pretty.
In Blount County, Erin Kelly, WVTM 13.
It's a sight and sound that's hard to forget. Crews destroying liquor bottles after a tornado destroyed the old ABC store in Fairfield. Robert Driver was standing not too far from the business when the storm rolled through.
In the beginning, it was just a normal day, pretty much like today. And all of a sudden, it seemed like the bottom just fell out of the sky, and it was just chaos in a matter of minutes.
Chaos before his very eyes. A number of other businesses badly damaged or destroyed. Some have since been rebuilt.
Fairfield looked like it was just tore up.
And this ABC store right behind me, things appear perfectly normal. But fast forward a year, there's still plenty of evidence of the tornado. This stoplight right outside of the liquor store, still not repaired.
We're trying to get back to normal. It's taking a little while.
Grateful no one in the area lost their life when the tornado came through.
That's very unusual because there was people was everywhere, just like a normal pretty day.
A day he and other Fairfield residents won't soon forget. In Fairfield, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.
Whatever that convincing business email is, if you just click the link, that begins the infection chain.
Gary Warner directs research in computer forensics at UAB. He says hackers are constantly trying to trick you into thinking they're legitimate businesses.
From name is Invoicely Services, but look, it says it's from Fernico LA Law. Not right. The same campaign on August 2nd was pretending to be FedEx.
Last week, officials say an email virus attacked a computer at Spain Park High School and spread to other computers, but didn't reach other campuses. Warner says it's not likely the virus was a targeted attack on the school.
Almost certainly this is just average spam that every person with a computer and an email address might receive.
One of the goals may be to steal access to your email account.
If I can get into your email, I can begin to understand your organization. If I can understand your organization, I can find who pays the bills.
Warner says the advice used to be don't click links from strangers, but now it's don't click links from anybody. And if you have to, check with the person who sent it first. Erin Kelly, WVTM 13.
We're cautiously optimistic.
Friday afternoon, the dining room of the Bright Star restaurant was empty. Inside the kitchen,
No one.
the staff hoped it would be restored in time for dinner service with a guest chef from New Orleans.
Well, tonight we have our night in New Orleans. It's from 5 to 10 and everything's on go.
The restaurant had been closed since 11 because of that broken water main at 10th Avenue North and 18th Street.
We try to stay open, but we can't run a restaurant without hot water and flushing toilets.
The city of Bessemer says rusted bolts caused the problem on one of the main lines that services the city. It affected other businesses as well. Some closed early. And by afternoon, the Jefferson County Department of Health had asked affected restaurants to voluntarily close.
Of course, disappoint our guests. We don't like that. And then it's a Friday night. And on top of that, the taste night in New Orleans is just going to really put a damper on the experience we can offer here.